Test, test, test. What's going on, y'all? What's going on? Let me know how we sounding. Let me know how we sounding. What's going on, y'all? Been up all night, but it was worth it. Me and the members were up on this GJ move. So we're 4-0 for the week already. We're up. Oh my goodness. This thing went as high as a 1 to 3 right here. It's still pushing. We're about to see if we can break back above 199 to 10 to hold that as support. If so, we can look for continued buys going to 199.65. But we literally rode this entire wick up. This was a red candlestick starting off. It retraced. We rode that wick all the way up. We're eating right now. Got a couple of sets we're looking at, but we do have USD news at 8:30, so do keep that in mind. Had FOMC yesterday. FOMC didn't really do anything too crazy. Still went live with the members and students during that. Those that missed the live, I did post a recording last night for y'all, so make sure to check that out later on. And I dropped a new video for y'all as well. Make sure to watch that after this live's over. I'm going to drop it in the chat. Sounds good. What's going on, Brandon? What's going on, Doug? I see you up in here. We're about to see if we can hit this next TP. And since the trade, we're at the last TP. I can show y'all this signal. Because we're at the last TP right here. Whoops. All right. So you can see we entered this at 10:02 p.m. See the TPs got hit. See this was midnight. When was at a nice 1 to 2. We're currently at a 1 to 2 right now, but it was as high as a 1 to 3. But we're still at a 1 to 3 right now. Right now, we're about to see if we can hold 199.10 as support. If so, we can look for continued buys going to 199.65. Like always, y'all make sure to like the live as y'all hop up in here. If you guys got any questions, drop in the chat. When looking at your charts, drop in the chat. Mainly just gonna be watching this one, but again, if you guys want to look at any other charts, I got y'all. But the other charts I'm looking at this week aren't really doing anything. Right, US30's in no man's land. Goes for tracing. And move this alert down here just in case it does push down. And then GU's in no man's land as well. So that's why we're just chilling on GJ right here. New 5 minute about to pop up in a little bit. Those just joined the stream. Even members, we took this trade last night during Tokyo session. Right, we talked about that during FOMC as well, live during FOMC with the members as well. Again, if y'all missed that recording, make sure to go ahead and watch that recording. I just uploaded it for the members. But like I was talking about during FOMC, again, so here's some free game, right? People keep talking about mainly in New York session price action being bad, right? But like I always tell y'all, every session has its flow periods. So if you're only looking at now, obviously, if you got a schedule, you got a schedule. But if you're able to be on the charts a lot more, especially in at least 2 different sessions, right? London, New York, or Tokyo as well, you have a higher likelihood of finding a setup because again, not every session is going to be dead and slow. Most of the time, there are a few exceptions, but most of the time, there's going to be at least 1, if not 2, out of the 3 sessions where there'll be some volume. So if you're only trading the last session of the day, which is New York session technically, and the move took place and happened during London session, of course you're not going to see anything going on during New York, especially when you go into the bigger time frames, look at the market structure, right? So make sure you hit that first link in the description on the free Telegram and check out the Sunday chart analysis. Yes, it is Thursday, but like I always tell y'all, the Sunday chart analysis goes over not just what we see price doing Sunday night going into Monday, but what we see price doing throughout the entire week. Right? But since we caught this move during Tokyo session, even if New York session is slow, it doesn't matter because we caught a nice setup, right? So after price kind of chilled all day yesterday, up until New York open, we did catch a nice move on US30 at New York open. But then after that, price kind of just chilled for the rest of the day. So again, like if New York session is like super slow and nothing goes on, more times than not, that following Tokyo session, there's going to be some volume or setup. Now, obviously, when we look at again US30 gold, they didn't do anything, but that's why again I don't just trade futures and indices. I also look at forex pairs, and as we see, GJ is pushing nicely right now. We're at a nice 1-3 right now, so we're 4-0 this week so far. I'm gonna still look for another setup going into London and New York session, but like always, we're not gonna force a setup. We're gonna stick to our rules. But all the members that took this setup, nobody should close this trade right here. Nobody should close this trade right here. All right, new 15 just popped up. Let's see if we can hold this level at support and hit this next TP right here. Again, we do got some news today. We got news at 8:30 for USD pairs on employment claims, so make sure to keep that time in mind. Gold, what's going on? We can talk about gold. Your name sounds familiar. Did you used to be a member? Or am I mixing you up with somebody else? Your name sounds familiar. You used to be a member? But yeah, let's take a look at gold. So gold, we're kind of stuck in no man's land, right? So again, we're stuck in this consolidation. We keep on seeing price push down, but failing to hold 32.82 as resistance. We need for the downtrend to continue coming to play. We need to turn the support level here into a resistance level, which we see price fail to do so last week and also earlier this week, right? So right now we're in reversal territory. So I'm not really going to mess with gold unless we can maintain 33.24 as resistance, but we need to push down below 33.04 as well as we need to hold 32.86 as resistance. So if price pushes back above 33.50, you can look for short-term buys going to 33.74. But I'm personally not going to go for buys unless we hold this low as support, 33.74, or not going to go for sellers unless we hold this low as resistance. So that's what's going on with gold right now. And we can see that on the smaller time frames as well, right? So again, we had bearish momentum, but we struggled to continue to hold this level as resistance. And then we had another drop on Tuesday, and then Tuesday night, London session yesterday, we saw price consolidate in the morning and then reject right here. So we're still technically bearish, but we need some volume for price to keep going. New 5 minutes just popped up. If you guys got any questions, drop them in the chat. We're looking at your charts, drop them in the chat. Make sure to hit that first link in the description. Join the free signal for your Telegram. Y'all see on your screens how we did last month and last quarter. go ahead and hit that first link and check it out for yourselves. So we're 4-0 this week so far. As far as how we did last week, we went 3-0 last week. And then how we wrapped up last month, if y'all scroll to July, where are we at? I know I did the month first. Yeah, July 1st, you can see how we ended June. June, we went 17-4, giving us the 81% win rate, got a total of 17,347 pips. Again, you go to July 1st, you can see that. You click right here, it's going to take you to the beginning of the month. We can also see how we ended May, 19-1, 95% win rate. All trades are posted. We literally break these down and get projections live during the running session live, just like we're doing right now. And of course, we go over all these at the beginning of the week in the Sunday chart analysis as well. Everything's dated, timed, and documented. We can't make none of this stuff up. And then as far as how we ended last quarter 2, we went 52 wins, 6 losses, giving us a 90% win rate, catching a total of 119,274 pips. We really do this over here, y'all. We had a 90% win rate quarter 1 as well. As you can see, 44-5, 155,207 pips. And we're just literally, we've been on a crazy win streak. Literally since like last year, right? It's just another month, same stuff. Right, only thing that changes is the market structure and the trades we take. And that's what trading is really all about. It's just consistency, right? It's just consistency. You don't got to take a bunch of trades, right? Now, obviously, I'm calling a little bit more signals lately, but I told y'all why, because we've got a lot of people that got different schedules. We got a lot of people all over the world. So I'm calling more signals, but at the same time, that doesn't mean you got to take every single one of my signals, right? Get your one good trade for the day and be done for the day. You don't got to be on the charts all day. You don't got to be in the markets all day. Right? Like if I don't see anything else, I'm completely happy and fine with this GJ setup until New York session starts. Right now, we're also going to be on the charts still because we're just 20 minutes into the London session, but that's the type of mindset you need to have, right? Like take your win, be happy, do it again the next day. If you guys got any questions, drop them in the chat. When we look at any charts, drop them in the chat. What else we got up in here? Yeah, it's true. When I was young, I was in here quite a lot, probably 3-4 years later, coming back trading after I had a physical. When I say I'm trying to make a full time now. That's what's up. That's what's up. Welcome back. You can go out to safe haven. Ain't nothing wrong with gold. Like I said, I like gold. I made my first $100 on gold. My first $100. I remember that I was back in like, I think going into 2020, the end of 2022, going into 2023, or the beginning of 2023. I had 2 positions. It was like either 2 separate positions. I was like a 0.03 lot, or it was like a 0.06 lot. I can't remember. I know it was under a 0.10 lot. I had like 2 positions. It was like a swing trade. I held that thing for like 3 days. I caught like a huge. I think it was like I can't remember if it was a dump or pump. But yeah, I made my first $100 on gold, and after I saw that happen, I was like, yeah, like this shit's possible. Now I gave that shit away like a week later, but still, stuff like that's what made me like stay motivated with trading and would be like, okay, I just gotta figure that shit out. I'm gonna be straight. But yeah, gold's kind of just chilling right now. We're gonna see what happens today though. Again, we do got USD news at 8:30, and that's basically the last as far as USD pairs events are for the week. We do got a couple news events tomorrow as well. 2 again, GBP news, 8:30 Canadian news. Well, I don't really look at the Canadian pairs, so I don't really have to worry about that. I went bearish on GJ yesterday, looking for a re-entry. Well, I'm bullish on GJ. Right, GJ did retrace yesterday, but this is why it's important, right? So you watch any of my trade breakdowns on YouTube. I just dropped a new video yesterday, so make sure to check that out after the live, right? But what I teach the members and students is not to chase price, but follow the flow of price. So yesterday, price very much so did go down, but when we look at the bigger time frames in the grand scheme of things, what do we? Let me get rid of this. What do we see? right? Even if we go to yesterday, right? Even if yesterday, this is how price looked, right? So again, yes, yesterday was a red candlestick, but when we look at the grand scheme of things, what do we see? Do we see an uptrend or downtrend? Do we see bullish or bearish momentum? And this is where a lot of people get fucked up at. And again, it's not your fault entirely because it's what people be preaching on the internet. But I don't really believe in such a thing as a bearish or bullish candlestick, especially the way people consider or what people consider bearish and bullish candlesticks, right? Red doesn't always mean sell, green doesn't always mean buy. So when we look in the grand scheme of things, we see we're clearly in an uptrend, which is why we're in buys right now. And just like uptrend has higher highs, higher lows, there's retracements in the uptrend, just like there's retracements in the downtrend. So prior to yesterday, we was catching nice buys last week and the week before that, which is why today, right, if y'all was on the charts when the markets first opened, today on the day was a red candlestick as well. But I didn't go for sells here. Instead, me and the members went for buys, and we rode this group all the way from red back to green, and we're potentially about to catch the next higher high, right? So why was sales not the move to go for here? Because again, yes, price dropped down and retraced yesterday, and it's showing the downtrend on the smaller time frame. But again, on the bigger time frame, we are in a clear uptrend, right? So this is how a lot of times people get caught in fake outs and liquidity sweeps because they're looking at things on a smaller scheme or a smaller scale, right? So I wouldn't even look for sales today, to be honest, especially what price is doing right now. If price can maintain and hold 199.10 as support, I'm gonna look for continued buys going to 199.65, just like how price did Tuesday, and just like that buy we caught Monday. So if y'all was in Monday's live stream, you could have caught this GJPY with us. We ended the stream on drawdown, but like I told you, I was going to hold the SLT. We got hit. And again, right, price exploded to the upside, right? So even if we just go by a day-by-day basis, price has done bigger moves up than down, right? The biggest move down was yesterday. But besides yesterday, price has done nothing but go up. It would go on a day-by-day basis, right? So I wouldn't really look for sales right now, personally, on GJ. What I would look for sales on is GU, right? GU did some nice drops on Monday as well as on Tuesday. And we do have bearish momentum on GU if we can maintain and hold 35.85 as resistance, right? Just like with gold, we got this level of traffic to the left and we're kind of struggling to maintain and hold the support level and turn it into resistance, kind of just like with gold. So today, what I want to see with the 8:30 news, I want to see the volume kick in to either help us start this new trend, which would be the downtrend, right? Or I want to see price pushes back up to the bullish momentum so we can look for buys, right? So if price pushes back above like 36.60, 36.65, we can look for buys going back up to the highs, right? So again, it's a little bit of a waiting game, but that's what trading really is, right? Trading is about looking and going for high probability, high quality setups, and then patiently waiting for those high probability, high quality setups to come to you, and then patiently waiting to see if the confirmations are going to be met or not. If they're not met, you simply don't take a trade. If they're met, you pull the trigger and take the trade. But it's definitely a patience game when it comes to waiting for those setups to manifest or whatnot. So we got a new 15 to pop up. We're about to see if we can hold this level as support right here. Again, everything else is kind of just chilling, which is why we're just paying attention to GJ right now. But of course, you guys got any questions, drop them in the chat. When we look at any charts, drop them in the chat. And I got y'all. Make sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok too, y'all. Y'all see it scrolling at the bottom of y'all screens. Instagram Playmaker_Way, TikTok _Playmaker_Way_. Got some new posts lined up for y'all tomorrow. Well, today. Yeah, I got a few other videos I got to make as well. I just been super busy. Like I said, I was out of town like over the weekend, like the first half or the first couple of days of the week. Just got back to the crib yesterday. But we're still here, y'all. We're still here. Let's see what we got going on here. Do first retest of that weekly zone. That's all. So you was looking on the weekly. Let's take a look on the weekly. Let's see what you're talking about. On the weekly, we're bullish as well. So again, what I do, it requires a little more patience, but the patience pays, right? Because when that volume kicks in, we catch the full move for the day, right? Like for example, GJ on Monday, the GJ setup we took on Monday, we took the setup during London session. London session pre-New York, 8:30, New York Open. So this thing rolled the entire day, and we caught the entire daily candlestick on Monday, right? Just like right now, we rolled the entire wick up, and we're about to potentially catch the next higher high, just like how we did on Monday. We literally rolled this entire candlestick up. On Monday. And Tuesday caught us move as well. Or was that Wednesday? I think that was Wednesday. Not Tuesday. Well, Tuesday night going into Wednesday. Right. And then right now we're catching the whole daily candlestick as well. And we literally entered here and rolled that wick up. And why did we go for buys? I keep telling y'all, some of y'all just think I just be bullshitting. But I keep on telling y'all, it's called the playbook for a reason, right? So let me show you exactly why we went for buys right there. Let me pull out the handy dandy price action technical analysis playbook, right? So we got the handy dandy price action technical analysis playbook. Again, click the link in the description, click that Binkus link, scroll down. You can get that book separately, or if you become a Playmaker and join Playmaker University, you get this book as well as another book for completely free. This works on stocks, futures, forex, options, and crypto. This book literally teaches you how the charts actually move and work. Now, this is not my trading strategy. Like I always tell you, most of the stuff we talk about isn't even the trading strategy. It's just simply understanding market structure and how to read the charts, because that's the most important part. It doesn't matter what strategy you have, if you don't understand how to read the charts, you're still going to be lost, confused, or missing or not understanding the full picture, right? So let me move this over really quick so I can show you what we got going on. Okay, I'm telling you, this shit, without fail, I made this book. I dropped this book in, I think, April or January, February, or March. And literally every week, every day, it shows that the playbook's called the playbook for a reason, y'all. It's literally called the playbook for a reason. And, you know, I don't know what's been going on. Like I said, the signal's been trash. Y'all know I used to go live on TikTok and break stuff down like this. But like I said, the signal's been fucking trash where I live at lately. Like, just fucking terrible. Right? I'm glad I can stream at least, but it's been fucking terrible. I ain't gonna lie to you. But if next week is better, I'm gonna try to start doing TikTok lives again, at least 2 to 3 times a week, like we used to. I didn't stop because I, got tired of it. It's just the signal is bad. If y'all can't even understand me, there's no point in me even trying to do that shit, right? But let me pull this up really quick. Again, the price action technical analysis playbook. We're clearly in an uptrend. So to understand what price did right now, we got to go back in time. You look to the left, it's going to explain what's happening in the present and what could potentially happen in the future. So we look at the day right here. This was about 2 weeks ago. Okay. This was on the 26th. We see clear bullish momentum. So when we go to the price action technical analysis playbook and we go to the rules of the uptrend, what do the rules of the uptrend say? It says in order for the uptrend to continue, we need to break past the previous high, which gives us a new higher high. We also have to respect the support level the higher low is resting on. So when we look right here, again, this is the support level the higher high, higher low is on. This is the higher high. For a new higher high to get made, it has to break that resistance level, treat as support, which will give us a new higher high. So when we look right here, we can see that this was a higher high, higher low, higher high. So just like the price action technical analysis playbook says, we need to maintain this level as support, but break this resistance level and turn it into support, right? So we need to maintain this support level, but we also need to break this resistance level turning into support. And again, the reason why these levels are red is because I do not want y'all to think this is how I mark off my key price levels. This is not how I mark off my key price levels. It's just me simply marking off so y'all can visibly see the higher highs, higher lows, and things like that, right? So when we hit the play button, we see price retrace. Look how it still respected that level as support. Then we had the reversal, right? And again, this is what I was telling y'all in the live yesterday, members and students in FOMC live, right? When I told y'all that, the reason I look at multiple charts is because there's going to be bound a time where every chart is going to have times where it's not really at the best setups, or it's consolidation or a reversal territory, right? So GJ and gold are perfect examples of that. So when GJ was like this, again, if y'all was in the live streams, y'all recall I was like, this is reversal territory, just like I was talking about with gold. I'm not going to mess with gold until it does this or this, right? The same thing with GJ a couple weeks ago. We're about to see if we can hit that next TP, by the way, right? But like I also talked about in the price action chart, I don't think I got the screenshot for that. I can't give everything away, but I don't think I got a screenshot for that. But if y'all have the playbook, y'all know the next part I say, it's right here. Rejections and reversals happen, but a reversal doesn't always mean the trend is going to change. As long as price doesn't turn this support level into resistance and then making it low, you're still in the uptrend, still only looking for buys. So the price reverse here, yes. But does that mean we're in a downtrend? No, because what does a downtrend consist of? A downtrend consists of lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. Do you see lower lows and lower highs right here? No, which is why this is a reversal and not a downtrend yet, right? Now, price would either break a new level and make a new lower low, or turn this support level into resistance, then the downtrend will come into play, which is why I say things are in reversal territory. And why when I say things are in reversal territory, I also say, just like again with gold, like we were talking about gold. I was talking about how it was in reversal territory. I'm either going to look for sales if going to go down here or buys up here, right? Because I don't want to take trades in reversal territory, because when volume kicks in, you don't know if the trend is going to continue or the volume's going to kick in and cause a new trend to begin. All right. So when we hit the play button, what do we see happen? Did price hold this level as resistance? No, it's turning this level back into a what? Support level. And then look what happened right after that. A new higher high got made. So what does the average trader call this? They would have called this a fake out liquidity sweep. They would have said, oh, the bulls just came back into play. Well, what I just showed y'all, and what I tell you all the time, is that's not how shit works. We was not in the downtrend yet, which is why when volume kicks back in, the uptrend came back into play, right? And then again, what is the rules of the uptrend? Let's go back to that screenshot. Where are we at? We need to break the resistance level and hold it as support. What did we see price do last night? This resistance level got broken and got touched and turned to support. And when we go to my actual chart, we can see that we literally entered off of that wick, and we're literally riding that wave up and about to potentially catch this next higher high today. Right. So again, it's literally that simple. Price isn't just randomly doing things. It's not the bears and the bulls. It's literally a script and algorithm price follows to the T every single day, every single week, every single month. And I show y'all this every single day. I break this down all the time. This is how I'm able to get projections throughout the week. At the beginning of the week and Sunday chart analysis, we give accurate projections before news pops off. It's not because I got a crystal ball. It's not because I got Trump on speed dial. It's because I understand the rules of price, and I don't care about anything else but following the rules of price, right? It's very, very, very simple. It's very, very, very simple. So we're about to see if we can hit this final TP. We're at TP7 right now. Again, we entered this last night. Again, like I always tell y'all, people ask me when I trade whenever the hell I want, right? We can trade any session, Tokyo, London, and New York, because again, all sessions have their times where there's volume. All sessions have their times where there's low volume, all right? So let's see if we can hit this next TP. If you guys got any questions, drop them in the chat. When we look at any charts, drop them in the chat. Make sure to like the live. Y'all subscribe if you're not subscribed already. And if y'all do not have the copy of the price action technical analysis playbook and you're trying to take your trading to the next level and actually understand what the hell's going on, I'm going to do y'all a favor right now and drop that link in the chat because I don't know what you're doing. There's no other book breaking it down like that. There's no other book. And that's just one page. That's just literally one page of sauce. Like, that's not even the full book. That's literally just one page broken into two of the book. All right, new 15 about to pop up. Damn, we barely missed it. New 15 about to pop up in a little bit. Again, we're not missing anything. Gold did just push back down below here. So again, if gold can maintain the whole 33.22 as resistance, we could look for sales going down to 33.06 and possibly back down to as low as here at 32.86. All right, so we're going to see what this next 15 looks like. But I'm not against this gold setup right here. Not against this gold setup. This is the same setup we caught and broke down on Tuesday. Not against this setup right here. So let's see how this closes. We got a new 15 about to pop up in a couple minutes. Let me catch up to the chat and see what we got going on. Liquidity zone. Yeah, and that's another thing. So since we're talking about liquidity, I made a video talking about this. All liquidity, I'm giving y'all hella game this live. Oh well. That's why I always shout y'all out, those that be in the live stream, because those that don't be in the live, y'all be missing out on things. But all liquidity is actually no, I'm not gonna say it. No, I'm not gonna say it. That's for the members. I ain't gonna do all that. I ain't gonna do. I'm gonna keep. I can't give everything away up in here. I'm not even gonna go there. How much you made out, GJ? Oh, yes, Amelia. Around 600 past week, 90 since Monday. That's what's up. Up 65 right now on the ones I'm holding, but we'll see what happens to those SLs that break even. All right. Held a few buys in the past week, so it's been going good. Close those, and now I'm looking for sales. Hope I don't regret it. Hey, you don't want to hope. Don't hope when trading, right? I just explained what's happening, right? So you want to take sales. That's what you want to do. But if you're a member or a playmaker, I do not recommend doing that right now, especially because we're literally up in the trade right now. And again, like I said, we got bullish momentum, right? You don't want to chase price or try to beat price to the move. You want to follow the flow of price. You have a higher win rate. The reason why we have such a high win rate is because we're not trying to outsmart or beat price to the drop or to push up. It's because we simply follow the flow of price and ride the wave. That's why we catch so many pips. That's why our win rate is so high. We win so many trades compared to the losses because, again, we're literally only going for high probability, high quality setups. We don't go for reversals. We don't counter trend trade. We literally only go with the flow of price. Let's see if gold can hold this level here. I am liking this setup right here. Let's see if gold can hold. All right, new 15 just popped up. Kind of like how this is looking right here. I ain't gonna lie, I'm happy with my GJ setup though. I made a bag off that. I ain't gonna lie, I made a bag. So again, if it can hold 32, what is that, 32? No, 33.24 as resistance. We can look for sellers going to 33.04. And we just hit the final T. Oh, come on, don't do me like that. Don't do me like that. Come on, GJ, don't do me like that. All right. Once we hit it, I'm gonna let the numbers know. Right now we're at a nice 1-3, almost 1-4 RR on this setup. If it does the full move I'm looking for, it's going to be a nice 1-5, but a 1-3 is not bad at all. 1-3 is not bad at all. But let's see if we can hit this final TP. We barely missed it, so I'm not going to call it that. Come on. Again, anyone in this position, nobody should close this trade red. Come on now. All right, there we go. Let me go grab my phone, let the members know. Yeah, so my SL's deep in profit. So whether I get wicked out or hits my main final TP, I'm chilling and I made a bag. Gold's pushing as well. I like how this is looking. If you guys got any questions, drop them in the chat. When we look at any charts, drop them in the chat. Yeah, gold's pushing as well. We up on gold too. This is a good Thursday right here. I can't lie to y'all. Man, I just posted this. We already hit TP1, man. The market's going crazy right now. Told y'all summer quarter, man. It's just summer quarter just began, and we've already been catching some crazy moves, man. I mean, we did good last month as well, but I told y'all, as long as I've been trading, some quarters been the smoothest quarters, um, in my opinion. But yeah, we're gonna let gold do its thing right there. We're gonna be on for a little bit longer, y'all. Again, take advantage of me being on here on the charts so y'all can ask me questions in real time. You guys got any questions, drop them in the chat. When we're looking at any charts, drop them in the chat. Again, dropped a new video for y'all yesterday. Make sure to check that out after this live's over. All playlists are up to date. Yeah, the market's going crazy right now. Right? And that's why I tell y'all, like, again, you go online, what do people tell y'all? Oh, there's news today. So screw Tokyo session, screw London session, and screw the entirety of New York after the news pops off because there's one news event. I'm not trading all day. Imagine if we would have listened to that. We would have missed out on this GJ setup that took place during Tokyo session. And then we're up right now. We only hit TP1 on gold, so we're going to still let that do its thing, right? But again, there's opportunities all over the place, y'all. All right, a lot of the stuff you hear online, it's just people repeating shit that they heard online. It's not actual stuff that makes sense. It's just a bunch of people repeating the same shit. Let's see what we got up in here. All right, cool. Cool. Who's been making money off those ETFs I told y'all to get? I got a new video dropping for y'all today, y'all. There's gonna be updates on the ETFs, and I still gotta do the updates for the stock. Like I said, I've been busy. I still got y'all for those because I do gotta give y'all some updates on those. But y'all bought those 5 ETFs I told you, or any of those 5 ETFs. I think I've gotten since that video like either 8 or 9 different payouts, dividend payouts, which is not bad at all. But that's not even including how much it increased profit wise. I'll just see if we get TP2 on gold. Got a new 15 an hour about to pop up here. Again, we do have news at 8:30, so do keep that time in mind. I need some coffee. I've been up all night. I couldn't go to sleep. I saw GJ retracing. I said, I gotta see how he reacts to this level here. And I watched that thing for like an hour, between like 9, 10 o'clock. And then once price held that, I was gonna pull the trigger. I'm glad I did that because I would have woke up. I would have like, man, this is exactly the level I was looking at. So I'll sleep later. I will sleep later. I want to see who can hit TP2. I wanted to see TP2 get hit before this new hour pops up, but it is all good. All right. Shout out to everybody in the live, y'all. Shout out to everybody who's been live since the beginning. Shout out to everybody who's been live since y'all joined. Make sure to hit that first link in the description. Join a free signal for Telegram. If you're interested in how to identify my levels, my signal services, or my exact trading strategy, it's a 90% win rate quarter 2, a 90% win rate quarter 1, an 85% win rate last month. You already know what to do. Make sure to click those links in the description. If y'all want to contact me directly, I can DM me on Instagram or Telegram. I respond to all messages. Again, I got some new videos lined up for y'all today. It's not going to be at the beginning of New York. It's probably going to be in the middle or after New York closes in the afternoon. I'm kind of trying to see how my videos do at different times as well. But that's besides the point. That's just me experimenting. But I do got some videos lined up as well on Instagram and TikTok. So make sure to follow me up there. And we'll be back at the same time tomorrow, London session 3 EST.